Okay, so today I'm making a video for my high school calculus class, and in this video we're going to talk about the first derivative test. And the first derivative test is a method of finding the local minimum and local maximum by testing values and plugging them into the function's derivative. And before we start, you have to know what a function is, what the derivative of a function is, how to take the derivative of a function, and what the local minimum and maximum are, or what minimums and maximums are in general. So, we use this test when we want to know where a graph increases and where it decreases without actually graphing the function. But for this simple example, I'm just going to show you the graph of the function as a visual aid. So, let's begin. So, step one of the first derivative test is to find the derivative of your function. So, the function we're working with is x squared, as you can see, and this little graph over here, oops, I gotta find it over here, is the graph of x squared. And to find the derivative, we're just going to use the power rule. So we'll put the 2 as the exponent up front and use the variable, and minus 1 from 2, which is 1. And the second step is to find the critical numbers, or points. And we do that by plugging in, or setting your derivative to 0 and solving for x. So if you divide 0 by 2, you just get 0. So our only critical point is x equals 0. Then you can make yourself a little number line down here, like that, and put your critical points on it, and then find your intervals. So we have one interval on this side of 0 to positive infinity, and then we have another interval on this side of 0 to negative infinity. And now that we have that, you can plug in values, like the ones I've picked here, in the intervals and plug them into the derivative. And the first one is positive 2. And negative 2. So, for this one, we see that on the positive side of the interval, we got a positive number. So that means on this side of the graph, or number line, we're increasing. And on this side, it's negative. So we know that the values are decreasing. So now that we know that, we want to plug in our critical number, or critical numbers, back into the original equation to see there's a local minimum and maximum at that point. So by looking at the values we got, we know that if a negative number is on the left side and a positive number is on the right side on your number line, then that means you're looking at a local minimum. So now we want to find the other value or the y-coordinate. And to do that, we're going to solve which equals 0. So now we know that there's a local and global minimum at 0, 0. And where we got that value was our critical point, which is x, and then we solve for y, and we get our minimum or maximum value. So that's the simple way of describing the first derivative test. Thank you for watching.